What's up, guys? Matt Brown here for PlayPicks.com and TheLines.com. Going to take an early look at these Week 7 lines here in the NFL, coming off a pretty weird week in Week 6 here. A lot of outright upsets, a lot of very short dogs that just got absolutely hammered. Pretty interesting to see how this all played out. And as we continue to look at this wacky thing called the NFL, again, head over to TheLines.com. All you have to do is head to this odds feed right here. Just click on odds and click on live odds, and you will be able to see what I see right here. You can go on and you can actually toggle between New Jersey and Pennsylvania. You can do money line, spread, total, whatever you want to do here. But of course, we'll focus on New Jersey and the spread here with, the majority of the big books happening over there with DraftKings and FanDuel. Let's kick things off here. Chiefs and the Broncos. Broncos coming off a big shutout victory. Maybe starting to come around here. This Broncos team maybe starting to turn the corner a little bit. Get this Vic Fangio defense a little bit more, working here. I mean, this was a thing where we were really down on this team just a few weeks ago, but you kind of see signs of life when it comes to this team. So you can see 3.5 across the board here everywhere as dogs here, as the Chiefs roll into town, starting to see a few little chinks in the armor there for the Chiefs. You can see this rush defense for this Chiefs team is very bad. And it's hard to come from behind if the teams just continue to run the ball down your throat. So going to keep an eye on that for sure. Chiefs minus 3.5 heading over to Mile High to take on Denver. The Rams coming off a horrible performance against the 49ers. Sean McVay just getting absolutely destroyed there. Heads on the road to Atlanta, going across the country as 3-point favorites against Atlanta, who just can't get anything done, can't get out of their own way, lose to the Cardinals this past week here. You can see, this thing is already juiced, so maybe this thing gets under 3. You can see people are really not enjoying, especially over FanDuel here. Not really on this Rams team here, and probably rightfully so. Take a look at the Dolphins. Boy, what can you say about that Dolphins team? Come real close to getting a win, but at least they covered for you if you took the Dolphins here. This thing's 16.5, 16 at FanDuel, 16.5 at DraftKings here. What can you say about this game? It's a stay away for me. I know for sure. That's just too many points. But look, this thing probably make it to 17. I don't see any real resistance at 16.5, and I don't see any real reason for Buffalo maybe not to be that big of a favorite here coming off of the bye, and then with that defense that they have, and then the Dolphins having hit the road and play them at their place. Jaguars coming off a pretty pathetic performance against the Saints. Gardner Minshew, his first real bad game as a starter. 3-point favorites on the road at Cleveland. At Cincinnati. I know that's going to be very interesting to a lot of people here that they are only 3-point favorites going up against this Bengals team that has looked absolutely atrocious. But man, if you really watched that Jacksonville Jaguar team, you saw what was going on. When they struggle on offense, struggle pretty mightily here. And then it looks like Jalen Ramsey, I guess, the whole thing about the owner having a heart-to-heart with him and that he was going to be back out there. Of course, he did not get back out on the field. Maybe he's going to get moved. Of course, we're only about 2 weeks away from the trade deadline there. So I don't know exactly what's going on there, but Jalen Ramsey was not out on the field for the Jaguars. Really, really hurts this defense a ton. Minnesota Vikings, 1-point favorites heading on the road to the Lions. Of course, this is before the Lions play on Monday Night Football, so maybe this thing comes off the board and changes depending on how the Lions look or if any sort of injuries happen here. But if this is something that interests you, you can hop on over there and get this thing at 1 right now. Vikings go out and just hammer on a bad team, a bad secondary yet again. It really is the same song and dance with this Vikings team. If you have a really, really terrible pass defense, they can go out and exploit you, and that is exactly what they did to the Eagles this past week. We'll see how the Lions perform on Monday night. Oakland Raiders coming off of a bye, 6.5 to 7-point dogs on the road at the Packers. Again, this is before Monday Night Football yet again here, so this line certainly could change here by the time you're actually watching this video. So if there is, we'll try to put an update in the comments below. Houston Texans coming off a very big, nice win. Coming off a win over the Chargers. Over the Chiefs. Going on the road to play the Colts. Coming in as 1-point dogs here, so you can see on a neutral field, they would be a very slight favorite is kind of basically what the books are saying here. Colts coming off of a bye here, and Colts really playing out of their minds so far this year. That offensive line's playing super well. That defense is playing super good. Jacoby Brissett certainly playing above and beyond as well. So take a look at this one. Going to be probably one of the more interesting games on the card this week as to what side people end up taking in this one. Arizona Cardinals, New York Giants. Giants sitting at 3 in this thing as favorites over the Cardinals. We saw the Cardinals offense start to click here a little bit. Now the Giants coming off of a bye, so they're able to get a little bit healthier here. Probably going to see Saquon Barkley back in the lineup for this team as well. If you're wondering why they would be favorites against this Cardinals team, Saquon Barkley certainly could be a big boost to this team. Certainly a big boost for a rookie quarterback here, trying to kind of right the ship a little bit. Danny Dimes certainly fell off just a tad there last couple of games. Arizona Cardinals, like I said, starting to mesh, starting to mold a little bit here. You see, if you want that 3 at FanDuel, you're going to have to pay the juice as well if you want that thing. San Francisco 49ers looking like one of the very best defenses in all of football. 10-point favorites over the Redskins on the road. 9.5 at FanDuel, 10 at the other two books as well. No surprise here. I mean, Redskins just absolutely atrocious. I mean, took a botched 2-point conversion for them to hold on to beat the lowly Dolphins here. And then the 49ers just go trounce the Rams and really prove that this defense can win games, because Jimmy Garoppolo didn't have to do a whole lot in that game, to be perfectly honest. He actually didn't play all that well and still just completely dominated the Rams here. They should completely dominate this Redskins team as well. Chargers and Titans, boy, what can you say? I mean, we had the toilet bowl last week between the Redskins and Dolphins. This is almost like a miniature toilet bowl here. Marcus Mariota gets benched in this game for Ryan Tannehill last week. We'll see who's going to start here. Who knows? Chargers just getting absolutely their doors blown off by Devlin Hodges and the Steelers. So, yeah, this is a horrible game here. Short dogs, the Chargers on the road at Tennessee. Might be a popular teaser play depending on how this thing plays out over the course of the week here. Saints and Bears. Saints coming off a big win on the road at the Jags, where a lot of people were on the Jags, and the Saints went and got it done. They are heading on the road to the Bears here that are coming off of a bye. 3-point, 3.5 point, depending on where you want it. 3 over at FanDuel, 3.5 over at DraftKings here, but you see it's juiced if you want that extra hook on there for this Saints team that is playing really above expectation. I thought they were going to fall off a decent amount with Teddy Bridgewater at quarterback, and really the defense has picked it up a ton, which is why they're having a ton of success. And then Teddy Bridgewater's, for the most part, just kind of playing game manager, holding on to the ball and not doing anything to lose them these games. Ravens and Seahawks. Seahawks coming off of a very big win that we actually were all over if you listen to our podcasts this past week against the Browns. And the Ravens, I mean, can't really take anything from the Ravens win over the Bengals. But let's take a look at this Ravens team coming on the road to the Seahawks. 3.5 point to 4-point dogs in this thing. You look at this Ravens defense, and really what's going on here is a team that is giving it up through the air. I mean, and actually just this defense in general. I'm going to take a look here and see about this total in this one. That might be how I look to play this game. Oh yeah, 49.5. I mean, there's going to be points in that game for sure, fellas. There's going to be a lot of points in that game. Neither one of those defenses can stop anybody. Probably not even going to look at the side at all in that thing. Sunday Night Football has the Eagles taking on the Cowboys. Eagles 2-point dogs on the road at the Cowboys. Probably will be a very popular teaser. This number, teasing them up through the 3 and the 6 and the 7 here, all the way up to 8 for this Eagles team. I imagine a lot of people will play that. Cowboys just struggling all over the place. The status of Amari Cooper, pretty big for this Cowboys team as well as a couple of offensive linemen that missed this past week. And finally, on Monday Night Football, we have the Patriots and Jets, and this is just no shocker. 10-point favorites for the Patriots on the road, even if it is at the Jets. Of course, not a big road trip, just right down the road for the Patriots. But, I mean, this is just what can you say about this Patriots team? You keep having to lay double digits with them, and they keep covering. So, don't see any reason why this wouldn't be the case here either, though Sam Darnold certainly a huge upgrade for the Jets and playing much better. Guys, if you want to take a look at this, again, head to thelines.com, come over here hit this odds feed, and then you'll be able to take a look at all this stuff. Really great that we have all this. And of course, you can toggle between New Jersey and Pennsylvania, like I said. And then if you want to sign up for any of these sports books and play, you can head to playpicks.com/bonus. And whenever you take a look here, it just has basically all of our offers that we have, even some DFS offers as well, if you want to take advantage of those. So if you're going to play at any of these books, you might as well take their free money or their free bets. We have all the best of those over there. So playpicks.com/bonus. Appreciate it, guys. Please subscribe to the page while you're here. Like the video and let us know in the comments if any of those lines jump off the page to you, how you maybe you're getting in early on some of these games, and we'll see you throughout the week with all of our content.